April 13th marks the day of the Russian Air Defense Forces, which are currently equipped with sophisticated military hardware capable of hitting any target. Let's dive into the air defense systems keeping Russian skies under lock and key. The Tor, NATO SA-15 Gauntlet, is a Russian all-weather, short-range surface-to-air missile (SAM) system designed to engage low to medium-altitude targets, including aircraft, helicopters, cruise missiles, precision-guided munitions, unmanned aerial vehicles (UAVs), and short-range ballistic threats. Developed by the Soviet Union under the GRAU designation 9K330, it entered service in 1986 and has evolved through variants like Tor M1, Tor M2, and Tor E2, each improving range, automation, and target engagement capabilities. Key features. Purpose: protects ground forces, military installations, and critical infrastructure from airstrikes, particularly precision-guided weapons. Engagement range: 12 to 16 kilometers, with altitudes up to 10 to 12 kilometers, depending on the variant. The Buk, NATO SA-11 Gadfly for Buk M1, SA-17 Grizzly for Buk M2, SA-27 for Buk M3, is a Russian medium-range surface-to-air missile (SAM) system designed to engage aircraft, helicopters, cruise missiles, tactical ballistic missiles, and unmanned aerial vehicles (UAVs). Developed by the Soviet Union as a successor to the 2K-12 Kub, it entered service in 1980 and has evolved into advanced variants like Buk M12, Buk M2, and Buk M3, with improved range, accuracy, and multi-target engagement capabilities. Key features. Purpose: provides air defense for military units, command posts, and infrastructure against a wide range of aerial threats, including low-flying and high-speed targets. Mobility: mounted on tracked vehicles, e.g., GM 569 chassis, ensuring high mobility across diverse terrains. Buk M2E and Buk M3 also offer wheeled chassis options for export. Engagement range: Buk M1, 3 to 35 kilometers range, 15 meters to 22 kilometers altitude. Buk M1, -2 to 3, -42 kilometers range, up to 25 kilometers altitude. Buk M2, 3 to 50 kilometers range, up to 25 kilometers altitude. Buk M3 to 2.5 to 70 kilometers range, up to 35 kilometers altitude. The Pantsir S-1, NATO SA-22 Greyhound, is a Russian short to medium-range air defense system designed to protect military, industrial, and administrative installations from aircraft, helicopters, cruise missiles, precision munitions, and UAVs, particularly at low to extremely low altitudes. It also supports higher-tier air defense systems like the S-300 and S-400. Developed by KBP Instrument Design Bureau in Tula, Russia, and manufactured by Ulyanovsk Mechanical Plant, it entered service in 2003 and has been widely deployed and exported. Key features. Configuration: combines surface-to-air missiles, SAMs, and anti-aircraft guns on wheeled, tracked, or stationary platforms operated by 2 to 3 crew members. Armament: missiles, 12 576 or 576E SAMs, with a range of 1.2 to 20 kilometers and altitude up to 15 kilometers. Missiles use radio command guidance without onboard seekers for cost efficiency. Guns: 230mm 2A38M autocannons with 1,400 rounds, effective up to 4 kilometers range and 3 kilometers altitude, capable of engaging ground targets. The S-300 is a family of Soviet and later Russian long-range surface-to-air missile (SAM) systems designed by NPO Almaz to defend against aircraft, cruise missiles, and, in later variants, ballistic missiles. First deployed in 1979, it remains a cornerstone of Russian air defense and has been exported to numerous countries. Capabilities range, varies by variant, from 45 kilometers, early S-300P, to 400 kilometers, S-300V4. Targets: aircraft, UAVs, cruise missiles, and ballistic missiles, later models. Guidance: inertial with radio updates, semi-active radar homing, terminal phase. Mobility: highly mobile, with setup times reduced from 1 hour, S-300PT, to 30 minutes, S-300PT1. The S-400 Triumph, known to NATO as the SA-21 Growler, is a Russian long-range surface-to-air missile system designed to engage aircraft, ballistic and cruise missiles, and drones. It's considered one of the most advanced air defense systems globally, with each squadron featuring 16 vehicles, including launchers, radar, and control centers. Key capabilities include tracking threats up to 600 kilometers, engaging targets at 400 kilometers, and using 4 missile types for versatile defense. Range and engagement. Maximum engagement range: up to 400 kilometers, using 40N6 missile. Altitude: 10 meters to 30 kilometers, depending on missile type. Can engage targets at speeds up to 4,800 meters per second, Mach 14. Missile types: 48N6 E3 to 250 km range, anti-aircraft. 40N6 to 400 km range, anti-ballistic and aircraft. 9M96 E2 to 120 km range, high maneuverability for cruise missiles/drones. 9M96E, 40 km range, smaller targets. Targets: aircraft, fighters, bombers, AWACS, ballistic and cruise missiles, drones and low-flying targets. Up to 80 targets tracked simultaneously, 36 engaged at once. The S-500 Prometheus, also known as 55R6M Triumphator M, is a Russian surface-to-air missile SAM, an anti-ballistic missile ABM system developed by Almaz-Antey. It is designed to complement the S-400 and replace the A-135 ABM system, focusing on advanced air and missile defense capabilities. Below is a detailed overview based on recent developments and available information. Key features and capabilities: range and altitude. Anti-ballistic missile, ABM range, up to 600 kilometers, 370 miles. Air defense range, up to 500 kilometers, 310 miles. Target engagement altitude, up to 180 to 200 kilometers, 110 to 120 miles, enabling it to engage threats in near space, including low Earth orbit, LEO satellites. Targets: capable of intercepting intercontinental ballistic missiles, ICBMs, hypersonic missiles, speeds up to 7 kilometers per second or Mach 20 plus, cruise missiles, stealth aircraft, drones, and potentially space-based weapons. Can engage up to 10 ballistic hypersonic targets simultaneously with a response time of 3 to 4 seconds, faster than the S-400's approximately 10 seconds.